EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to downtown Detroit and Ford Field, the home of the Lions. The veteran Chris Boswell ready to get things going. And off we go here on Sunday Night Football. Short kick taken at the 17. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look.
Let's go now.
First carry now for Jahmyr Gibbs. He's got room to run right at the start. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
And I think this is something we're going to see a lot here tonight. The ability to use this run game to really set the tone coming out here for this offense.
First down, and they stick with Gibbs. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. He'll look to throw. Oh, intercepted. What a bad start on the 3rd play. Picked off by Mikey Sainristil. And he's going to bring this one back. Wow, less than a minute into the game. It's a pick 6 and an early touchdown. You get the ball to start the game thinking you'll score on offense. Instead, they allow the defense to be the first on the board in this one.
So now the question is, Mike, do you allow this to linger the rest of the day? You've dug yourself a pretty big hole here to start, but you've got to pick yourself up and realize this game is far from over, and we now got to get the ball back and establish some early rhythm.
And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchback. Boy, some bulk in the formation on that right side here for 1st and 10. Right back to the air following that pick 6. That is brought in. And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be 1st and goal.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
Here's Gibbs, and he'll lose yardage here. The defense standing strong in the red zone. They drop him back at the 10. They'll look to throw. To the right side, that's St. Brown.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
Let's go.
Throwing here on 3rd and goal. And that is incomplete.
We're starting to see a lot of this on third down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these third down conversions. So you know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball, and in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up fourth down.
Slot man in motion left. And he's not going to get away. They get him down right after the catch. Great rally to the ball to force a turnover on downs. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Run now for the rookie out of Georgia. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. They'll stick with him again. And that is really well read defensively. They get him down back at the 9-yard line.
Anytime the running back is forced to chop his feet in the background and never get to top speed, you know that play's not going anywhere. That's exactly what the defense was able to force here by getting penetration. Great job there, stopping this play before he had a chance to even get started.
He's going to have the first down, and that one good for 9, and the drive continues.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's second and inches. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Finding space at the 40. 15-yard pickup there. First down, Washington. They'll look to throw again. Down the field, it's caught on that left sideline. And he's out of bounds, but not until he gets inside the 25-yard line. Lone back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. They face second down and 7. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down. He'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. Ben Sinnott was the intended receiver. And that's going to lead to a fourth down. Boswell's kick is good. And the Commanders will extend to a 10-0 lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Back out is Boswell following the field goal. He'll send this one away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. That'll be caught. It's Jahmyr Gibbs. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Here's Gibbs. And he is fortunate to get past the line of scrimmage. Call it a yard at most. Johnny Newton there on the stop. Third down, 3 to go. Now they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for third down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
This is away, and it's a very good kick. Angled toward the sideline. On play action, he'll set up to throw. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
I like the idea of using the passing game to try to give your offense a little breathing room. You find yourself in the shadow of your own goalpost, Mike. Worst case scenario, you do not want to punt out of your own end zone. So I like the idea of trying to pick up some positive gains through the air. But they've got to come up with some completions and try to pick up at least one first down, or you're going to put your defense in a tough spot.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. From down near his goal line, he'll look to throw. He's got room past the 25. A big connection to flip the field as they get across midfield on that one.
They really showed off their connection on that pitch and catch, Mike, and just really good ball placement and really good separation downfield. And when those two things align, it's just really challenging for a defender to stay with them and take that play away.
So we are through one on Sunday Night Football. They'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
To play in the NFL, you've got to have a short-term memory, because regardless of whether the previous play was good or bad, they're going to line up and snap it again. And in this case, really nice job bouncing back. They put the bad play behind them, forced the sack in the ensuing play, and they're right back on track.
3rd and long. He tosses over the middle. This one is caught. He's going to be brought down very close to that line to gain. They're going to mark him just a bit short. And now it's 4th down.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make.
That one on target to Moore. And it's going to be a Commander's first down. Well-designed play to pick up 16 and move the chains.
This pass defense, it just has to be better than this, Mike. They have to do a better job accounting for everybody in their coverages. They have to play their defense exactly according to the plan, because if not, this quarterback has enough weapons. He can spread the ball out and find the open space.
In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down. Here's a toss, right side. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's third down. Back to throw. And that is incomplete.
Just a couple plays ago, Mike, it felt like the touchdown was kind of inevitable. They were doing everything they wanted as they marched the length of the field. And then as they got down here close to the red zone and that field condenses, they started getting sloppy in their execution. Now, what do they do on fourth down? Do they try to keep their offense out there and extend the drive, or do they settle for 3?
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Commanders will open up a 13-0 lead.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
Back out is Boswell following the field goal. He'll send this one away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Catch is made by Wright. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Now, faking the give. Trying to push the ball down the field. It's an interception. Picked off by Mikey Sandristil.
And this is going to go down as a pick, but it really was the pressure defensively that caused the interception. I mean, he was a little sloppy with his fundamentals, but I think it's as a result of the guy in his face led to that ball kind of sailing, inaccurate throw, and that's just really good team defense.
They'll come up first and 10 at the 40. The drive will start on the ground. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. RPO, this one to McLaurin. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down. He's got a man. It's McLaurin. 18 yards on the pickup there. Good for a Commander's first down.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
Throwing now on first and 10. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Two minutes to go here till halftime. Greg and I back from Ford Field in Detroit in a moment. They'll look to throw yet again. Laying out, and he made the catch. What a play. That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a first down. Back to the air one more time. He's got his man, middle of the end zone. Elijah Moore. Touchdown, Washington. That's the 5th touchdown for him on the year. Boswell adds the extra point, and the Commanders add on one more as they extend their second quarter lead. Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. This one brought in at the 16-yard line. They finally get him down, but he gets all the way up close to the 40-yard line. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. They'll start this one on the ground with Gibbs. Able to make one man miss, but that's all. They get him. Take him down behind the line.
Well, as been the case this entire first half, it's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. From out of the gun, he'll throw. This is incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down. Let's see what this call is. Here's 1st and 10. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. He'll send it downfield for Laporta. And for the 3rd time in this first half, he's been intercepted. Picked off by Jeremy Chinn.
When you find yourself in this situation, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You've got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
Back to throw here to begin the drop. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, taken in over the middle. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that any time the team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here. A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack. Now Detroit's going to use their 2nd timeout. They get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to play in this first half. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. That's a short one caught by Sinnott. Pretty good effort on that one. It will not be enough. It's going to bring up 4th down.
I don't care what defensive strategy you apply here on 3rd and real long, Mike, but you have to tackle in space. They almost let this guy pick up enough after the catch to convert a 3rd and real long. Fortunately for them, they brought him down just short. Brings up 4th down.
It's too long for a field goal. They'll go for it here on 4th down. That's taken in. And he's going to have a Commanders first down. They wind up with a gain of 11 on 4th down. They'll look to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him. Now whistles. Timeout. 3 seconds left in this first half. Here comes Chris Boswell to try a field goal. This one from 52 yards away. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. So we're at halftime here on Sunday Night Football. As we'll get you down to Orlando now, that's where the coach is, Jonathan Coachman, and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of the second half. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. Over the middle. He's got McLaurin. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Didn't take them long to get now to their opponent's side of the field. I like the idea of starting this drive with some explosive pass plays. That's going to open everything up, both underneath in the passing game and on the ground. So big play to get this drive off to a fast start.
And they're going to get this ball down to the 20-yard line.
Now this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
First down throw there is incomplete.
He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. Now he takes off.
That's a smart play. 2nd down, don't force it if it's not there. He's able to tuck it, pick up some extra yards, and set up a more manageable 3rd down.
They'll come up to 3rd and 3. They send the tight end in motion. They'll throw here on 3rd and short. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. And he's in. Elijah Moore. Touchdown, Commanders. So that's his 2nd touchdown of this one. And he's got a half dozen for the year. Boswell adds the extra point, and the Commanders stretch things out even further. Boswell now following the touchdown, back out to kick this one off. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. On the ground to start, they give it to Gibbs. And he'll be brought down at the 32 after a short pickup. Second down and 8.
Let's go now.
They'll run with Gibbs. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Well, Mike, you know the old saying, the more tight ends on the field, the better. And in this case, it worked out perfectly. A lot of big bodies on the field, hat for a hat. Nice job there by the back, picking up a good game.
Brought in by the tight end, Sam Laporta. And he's going to be taken down right at the 25-yard line.
And, Mike, I think as they try to find themselves clawing back in this game, they're going to have to make a concentrated effort here in the second half to continue to get him involved. Give him opportunities in space with the ball in his hand, and chances are, when he has it, good things happen.
A toss to the right, and here comes Gibbs.
Sometimes there's just nowhere to go, right? We ask these running backs, Mike, to do a lot of work, find space, create something out of nothing. Well, this time, he was able to create nothing out of nothing.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. The second down throw is incomplete.
This has really just been the story of the entire game. They just seem out of sync, don't they? I mean, they desperately need to find a way to just get some points on the scoreboard, any way it takes. They don't complete on the deep pass there, but keep shooting for it, because at some point something's going to break your way, and they desperately need it.
Got his man at the 6. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Lions.
Well, after being shut out in the first half, it has to feel good for this offense, Mike, to just get on the board, get something going. But now the question we have to ask is there enough time to come all the way back?
Yeah, just some belief, right, Greg? Just let's watch these guys on the next few drives. Did that give them a little belief that they can stay in this game? Best way to start with that score. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Back to the air once more on 2nd down. Into space at the 45. And he'll be taken down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and there wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
He'll get this out wide. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down. The motion man here is McClure. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. They'll turn and hand this one off. And he'll get 4 on this one. Down inside the 40-yard line now. Here's a 2nd and 6. One of the tight ends in motion right. They'll throw out of the gun. That's over the middle to the tight end, Sinnott. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end. Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So Can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
Throwing now from the gun. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down. Back to throw. And he'll take it on in. Then send it. Touchdown, Washington. Greg, nothing changed at halftime. They come right out to start this third quarter and pick up where they left off.
Well, I think this defensive coordinator is going to think back to his halftime speech, Mike, because whatever adjustments he thought they made, it obviously didn't resonate. What we saw happen in the first half, they picked right back up here to start the third quarter, and at this point, the offense has hit its stride, and they continue to pull away.
Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. Short kick taken just inside the 20. A good return as he takes it across the 30. It's a three tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Gibbs. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1. 2nd and 11. Now they'll set up to throw. A throw left side there, not going to find the target. Incomplete. The tight end, Sam Laporta, the intended receiver. 3rd down coming up.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot. This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
No movement from the punt team. They'll line up to go for it on 4th down. They will indeed go as they look to throw. And that is incomplete. The defense very happy to see that play call. The decision to go for it on 4th and long will end up in a turnover on down.
Yeah, in this game, Mike, it's just gotten away from them here in the 3rd quarter. They're pretty much forced every possession. They're going to have to go for it and really press the issue, and I'm not even sure if that's going to be enough to get them back into this one.
That's catch number 5 tonight, and it's good for a 1st down.
We spent so much time talking about arm strength, and while that certainly has a place in the conversation, look at the touch of this ball, Mike. It's a deep corner route. This ball needs to have the right pace, the right trajectory to not only get it over the 2nd-level defenders, but get that ball down into the hands of his target. He makes it look a lot easier than it actually is.
Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter. So we'll take it to the other end as we are through 3. And Sunday Night Football continues after this. Second and a yard. Handoff here, up the middle, and he will fight his way to the end zone. Touchdown, Commanders. Greg, in the end zone again, I'm running out of different ways to say touchdown. They're doing it so often here today.
Mike, some offensive play callers, once they get the lead, it's just milk the clock and let's get out with a win. But not this coach. He is trying to score every single time they possess the ball.
Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. He fields it at the 8. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line, and that's where the offense will take the field. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Davis heading in motion. Here's a handoff to Gibbs. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Well, this has been the story of the entire game, Mike, is just how well this defense has played, particularly against the run. There has been nowhere to operate for this offense, and it continued here on this last play.
And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. He's got his tight end. That's Laporta. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. To the air now on first and 10. He'll go right back to Laporta. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
You know, it's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the fourth quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive? I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense getting a little lackadaisical. Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make third down manageable and take your chances picking up a key third down?
Well, they hook up again. Second time on this drive. And this one's good for 18 yards and a first down. They hand it to Gibbs. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Slot man in motion right. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up third down. He'll drop to throw. And on third down, that ball incomplete.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. The question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
And this won't be a touchdown, but it will be a first down as they're able to get the conversion and set up 1st and goal.
60 Eagles.
Back to the air one more time. To the goal line and in. Touchdown, Detroit. Well, it's not going to be enough, but at least they find the end zone at the end of a hard week's work. At least a little payoff with a touchdown, Greg.
Mike, you can just chalk this one up in the column of too little, too late. Give credit to this offense for not going down without a fight, but they're not going to have enough time to find themselves back in this one.
Dicker, good with the extra point. And the Lions cut into the lead a little bit. After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And he finds some daylight. Up past the 35-yard line. A pickup of 7. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he'll get past the marker. So he's got a first down on that gain of 5. They'll stay on the ground. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down. So, 2 minutes to play here in the 2nd half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. On 2nd down, they run the counter. And he'll work his way for about 4 yards. That's good enough for a first down. Up the middle they go. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. A handoff as they try to run it here. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard, but that's it. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. They'll try to get this one on the ground. And he's got nowhere to go. The defensive front controlling the line of scrimmage there. And that is going to bring up 4th down.
Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? And once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
So, a win here on the road for the Commanders.